Julian, and Asidre.
To the Committee on Transportation and Committee on Sustainable Development Goals.
House Bill 4272, an act regulating the use of treatment technology for municipal and hazardous wastes, repealing for the purpose Section 20 of RA number 8749, entitled the Philippine Clean Air Act of 1999, by Representatives Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yeda Marie, Romualdez Andrew Julian, and Asidre.
To the Committee on Ecology and Committee on Energy.
House Bill 4273, an act establishing the Young Farmers and Fisherfolk Challenge Program, creating for the purpose the Young Farmers and Fisherfolk Challenge Council, and appropriating funds therefor, by Representatives Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yeda Marie, Romualdez Andrew Julian, and Asidre.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill 4274, institutionalizing the implementation of fuel subsidy for PUV, tricycle, and full-time ride-hailing and delivery services drivers nationwide, by Representative Bautista Lim.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill 4275, strengthening mechanisms against school bullying, by Representative Bautista Lim.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 4276, mandating PhilHealth to provide free 2D echocardiography procedure for infants diagnosed with Down syndrome, by Representative Atayde.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 4277, strengthening the mandate, capabilities, and organizational structure of the MTRCB, by Representative Padiernos.
To the Committee on Public Information.
House Bill 4278, modernizing the Philippine Civil Registration and Vital Statistics System, by Representative Padiernos.
To the Committee on Population and Family Relations.
House Bill 4279, strengthening the legal staff of the DOJ, renaming it as the Office of the Chief State Counsel, by Representative Padiernos.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 4280, establishing an agriculture information system in all cities and municipalities, by Representative Briones.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill 4281, providing for the comprehensive management of hazardous waste, by Representative Aumentado.
To the Committee on Ecology.
House Bill 4282, establishing a nationwide program providing free maintenance medicines and vitamin supplements to senior citizens through public health facilities and accredited partner pharmacies, by Representative Carey.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 4283, declaring September 5 of every year a special non-working holiday in Basista, Pangasinan, in commemoration of its founding anniversary, by Representative Cojuangco Mark.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 4284, mandating the permanent appointment of Provincial, City, Municipal Environment, and Natural Resources Officer, by Representative Alba.
To the Committee on Local Government.
Resolutions. House Resolution 204, directing the appropriate House Committee to conduct an inquiry on the rising death and active cases of leptospirosis disease in national and local public hospitals in the country, by Representative Copilar.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 205, congratulating Alex Ayala for being the first Filipino to win a Grand Slam singles main draw match in the Open era, by Representative Copilar.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Resolution 206, congratulating and commending Filipina chess player Janelle May Freina for her historic triumph at the 31st Abu Dhabi International Chess Festival, by Representative Copilar.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Resolution 207, congratulating and commending Kira Ellis for winning the gold medal in the 2025 Europe Triathlon Junior Cup in Riga, Latvia, by Representative Copilar.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Resolution 208, directing the appropriate committees to conduct an investigation on the current government flood control projects and the worsening flooding in the country, by Representative Villanueva.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 209, strongly urging the NAPOLCOM to immediately effect the conversion, reorganization, and/or upgrading, as may be appropriate, of the Caloocan City Police Station into a full-fledged police district, by Representatives Malapitan and Asistio.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Resolution 210, expressing the profound condolences of the House on the passing of Mrs. Judy Araneta Rojas, esteemed matriarch of the Araneta Rojas family and mother of former Senator Mar Rojas, by Representative Olivares.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 211, directing the Committee on Energy to conduct an inquiry on issues of sufficiency, reliability, and affordability of electricity in the province of Palawan, by Representative Salvame.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 212, recognizing Alea Chocolates as a rising Filipino brand and the key cacao processor of the Bicol region, and expressing the support of the House for the development of Bicol as the country's premium cacao and chocolate hub, by Representative Salceda.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Resolution 213, urging the PSA to recognize virtual assistants, online freelancers, and remote workers as a distinct labor category within the Philippine statistical system, and to include them in the generation and publication of official labor market statistics, by Representative Salceda.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Resolution 214, urging the DA, the National Nutrition Council, and other concerned agencies to commemorate October 16, 2025 as National Food Security Day in consonance with World Food Day, by Representative Salceda.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Resolution 215, urging the Civil Service Commission to fully implement the Sangguniang Kabataan Reform Act of 2015 as amended, granting civil service eligibility to qualified Sangguniang Kabataan officials, by Representative Salceda.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Resolution 216, directing the Congressional Infrastructure Committee to include the ongoing investigation all DPWH flood control projects in Las Piñas from 2022 to 2025, by Representative Santos Mark Anthony.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 217, commending and congratulating the PNP Drug Enforcement Group, Zamboanga City, PDEA Regional Office 9, Regional Drug Enforcement Unit 9, Police Station 11, Zamboanga City, 2nd Seaborne Mobile Force Company of the PNP Maritime Group, and the Regional Mobile Force Battalion 9 of Region 9, Zamboanga Peninsula, for their exemplary performance in successful anti-illegal drug operations, by Representative Chua Tai.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Resolution 218, commending and congratulating Women Grandmaster Janelle May Freyna for being the first Filipina to be crowned champion of the 31st Abu Dhabi International Chess Festival, by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Resolution 219, urging the DTI to remove the purchase booklet as a requirement for the availment of the 5% special discount of senior citizens on basic necessities and prime commodities, by Representative Ordanes.
To the Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Resolution 220, congratulating the Filipino competitors who brought honor to the country by winning gold medals in the 14th World Skills ASEAN competition held in Manila on August 26 to 28, 2025, by Representative De Venecia.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Resolution 221, directing the appropriate committee to conduct an inquiry into the skills matching and forecasting policies, ensuring quality employment and job security for Filipinos, by Representative Benitez Alfredo.
To the Committee on Rules.
Message from the President. Line item veto message of the President on House Bill number 10535, amending sections 134 and 168 of the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 as amended.
To the Committee on Rules.
Communications. Various communications submitted to the House of Representatives by LGU officials relative to their posting and reporting requirements of the fund utilization and status of program project implementation of the Local Government Support Fund as attested by their respective local chief executives.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
Letter dated August 29, 2025 of the Executive Secretary, Office of the President, Malacanang, transmitting two original copies of RA number 12235 titled Amending Sections 134 and 168 of Republic Act Number 8424, otherwise known as the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997, as amended, which was signed by President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., together with his line item veto message.
To the archives.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to recognize.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to recognize the guests of Representative Julius Cesar J. Vergara, Representative of the 3rd District of Nueva Ecija, former Mayor of Bongabon, Nueva Ecija, Mr. Alan Gamilla, Barangay Captain Crisanto Carlos, Mr. Edwin Cahucom, Attorney O'Neill Texon, Mr. Isidro Velasco, Attorney Cesar Villar, Mr. Michael Pesa, Mr. Bong De Castro.
To the guests of Congressperson Julius Cesar J. Vergara, 3rd District of Nueva Ecija, welcome to the House on behalf of Speaker Martin Romualdez. Saan sila? Welcome to the House. Welcome to the House of Representatives. Good afternoon. Majority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, I would also like to recognize the guests of the Honorable Roy Gonzalez, Representative of the Lone District of the City of Santa Rosa, Laguna, namely the Barangay Captains of Santa Rosa, Laguna, Mr. Ian Arambolo de Guzman of Barangay Labas, Mr. Edison Etao Caravana of Barangay Tagapo, Mr. Edwin Servo of Barangay Kaingin, Mr. Raymond Fortunado of Barangay Dila, Mr. Alvin Ramos Cartaño of Barangay Pook, Mr. Adoracion Baby Ong Iko of Barangay Makabling, Mr. Michael Ambata of Barangay Market Area, Mr. Ladislao Alikbusan of Barangay Sinalhan, Mr. Marcelo Tangonan of former Barangay Captain, and former Barangay Captain Nilo Basuan, and Mr. Joel Castro.
To the barangay leaders of the guests of the Lone District, the City of Santa Rosa, Laguna, of Congressman Roy M. Gonzalez. On behalf of Speaker Martin Romualdez, welcome to the House of Representatives. Magandang hapon po. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I would also like to recognize the guests of the Honorable Dimsar Sali, Representative of the Lone District of Tawi-Tawi, namely Nurkan Hamsuri, Aldwin Danli Solis, Fahad Mustafa, Sharif Sahali, Abdulamin Mansul, Abu Bakar Sadhari.
To the guests of the Lone District of Tawi-Tawi, Honorable Demzar M. Sali, welcome to the House of Representatives. Shukran. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize the guests of Congressman Javier Miguel Lopez Benitez, 3rd District, Negros Occidental, climate-impacted and vulnerable communities. Greenpeace Philippines, Virginia Benosa, Llorin, Jeff Chua, Yunil Santos, Aubrey Almarines, Carl Darwin Legaspi, Jamin Amihan, Aksyon Klima, John Leo Algo, Eastern Samar Youth for Climate Justice, Salcedo Eastern Samar, Tony Abletes, Barangay Tumana, Marikina City, Typhoon Ondoy Survivors, Justin Soldevilla, Boy Panaligan, Altea Biancacuya, Ryan Rape, National Anti-Poverty Commission Basic Sectoral Council members, Joseph Aquino, Head of the Delegation, Bong Guro, Malu, Olanga, Doc, Gianna, Glenn Manalaysay, Menandro Nedic, Ferdinand Escoton, Paulino Doma, Joey Gamayan, Chinito Ril Casicas, Serena Kiamco, Jemrel Marcelino, Art Letim, Ana Espinas, Nessie Nikita, and the staff from 3rd District of Negros Occidental, Bonnie Rose Dahay, Benjamin Villa, Vicky Casiple, Rowena Mosqueda, and Aliana Montepio.
To the guests of the 3rd District, Negros Occidental, Representative Javier Miguel L. Benitez. Welcome to the House of Representatives. Ayan na hapon. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, would also like to recognize the guests of the Honorable Dino Tanhuatco III, the representative of the 2nd District of the Province of Rizal, Municipal Coordinators Diana Palmares, Maria Concepcion Campo, Relin Gail Pasay, Aleli Capistrano, Cesar Asuncion, Joseph Javier Jaime Soriano, Reina Shena de Guzman, Noelito Maderal, Gilbert Katambay, Mary Jane Girhen, Mylene Gutlay, Mary Jane Ocampo de Paz, and Miss Perlita Jimenez.
To the municipal coordinators of the 2nd District of the Province of Rizal through their Congressman Emigio P. Tanhuatco III, on behalf of Speaker Martin Romualdez, welcome to the House of Representatives. Magandang hapon.
Mr. Speaker,
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, today being a Wednesday, Mr. Speaker, with leave of the House, I would like to move to open the privilege hour.
There's a motion to open. Any objection? Chair hears none. Please proceed. Motion is granted.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize the gentleman from the 3rd District of Negros Occidental, Representative Javier Benitez.
Representative Javier Miguel L. Benitez, 3rd District of Negros Occidental. You have the floor, sir. Please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, esteemed colleagues, I am here as a representative of the 3rd District of Negros Occidental, and as a Filipino deeply concerned about the future we are creating for the next generation of Filipinos. In Negros Occidental, as in many provinces around the Philippines, we are witnessing the harsh realities of climate change firsthand. Extreme weather events have battered our towns and cities repeatedly. Prolonged droughts and erratic weather patterns are devastating our salt production and sugarcane yields, impacting the livelihoods of countless families who have depended on these industries for generations. Mr. Speaker, these are not just abstract economic statistics. These are real losses, real damages that are eroding the very foundation of our communities. Over the weekend, we experienced a phenomenon. 5 days worth of rainfall fell in just 1 hour. A hyper-localized rainfall primarily affecting Quezon City and Marikina City. In that short time, these areas received a staggering 121 millimeters of rain, surpassing the previous record for the highest rainfall in 1 hour during Typhoon Ondoy, which was 90 millimeters. In certain areas, traffic came to a standstill as cars became trapped in the floodwaters, with some even seen floating away. Although there was no tropical depression, the Quezon City government reported that flooding affected 36 out of 142 barangays, prompting some families to evacuate. In my home province, in Negros Occidental alone, 16 evacuation centers in 2 towns and 2 cities affecting 21 barangays are currently providing temporary shelter to 854 families or 3,738 individuals. That is as of 10 a.m. of September 2, 2025, according to the Provincial Social Welfare Development Office. These individuals are affected by the relentless downpour and floodwater brought by LPA and further intensified by the Habagat. Many people, including the local government units or LGUs, We're caught off guard by the recent situation. However, was this anticipated? Yes. In an interview by Dr. Alfredo Maharlagmay of the UP Resilience Institute, identified climate change as a likely contributor to the increasing intensity of weather events, such as the one we experienced last weekend. And as we all know, the Philippines is grappling with a major corruption scandal involving flood control projects. Allegations of substandard work, incomplete projects, and outright ghost projects have sparked public outrage and the ire of no less than the President, who has vowed accountability and launched investigations, while Congress has revealed that a small number of contractors have cornered a massive portion of the flood control budget, raising serious concerns about kickbacks and systemic corruption. Mr. Speaker, I welcome President Marcos's order to investigate the 350 billion in flood control projects, and with like-minded colleagues, demand all concerned agencies full disclosure of all project details, including names of contractors and politicians responsible for these multi-billion peso projects funded by our taxpayers. I have personally signed the call for transparency initiated by several chief executives, as I strongly believe in good governance, transparency, and accountability. And while I fully support the investigation into the corruption associated with flood control projects, I urge this honorable body to consider broader issues. UP Resilience Institute Executive Director Alfredo Maharlagmay has cautioned that our massive allocations for flood control may be misplaced. He stresses that a more prudent approach is to begin with rigorous area-specific studies, understanding the causes of flooding in each locality first, before building costly infrastructure. Otherwise, we risk spending hundreds of billions without solving the problem. In fact, while annual losses from natural hazard impacts average around 50 billion pesos, we are set to pour 275 billion into flood control projects in 2026. A more sustainable path would be to cover these verified losses and redirect the rest toward interventions with proven long-term impact. For decades, we have invested resources in essential relief and recovery efforts, as well as in repairing infrastructure after extreme weather events like typhoons. However, we must ask ourselves, is this approach sustainable? Is it sufficient? According to the Philippine Department of Finance, extreme weather and climate change impacts have cost the Philippines at least 506 billion pesos or $8.9 million in damages during the 2010s. The World Bank also reported that the country stands to lose upwards of 13.4% of its GDP by 2040 if no concrete action on climate change is taken. With the public funding currently available for disasters, 97.2% goes to adaptation. It can be argued that the current budget is not enough, and the methods for budget allocation are not sustainable. Intense winds, flooding, and droughts will continue to greatly impact our communities, and multiple sources, including NASA, are telling us that extreme weather events are becoming more frequent, longer lasting, and more severe. Every time a barangay is washed away, every time crops are damaged or livestock drowns, every lost income of a daily wage earner who could not report to work because of an extreme weather event, it is the communities themselves that pay, or their LGUs or the national government, funded by their own and our own tax money. According to science, extreme weather is only going to get worse. So how can we make these resiliency measures sustainable? How can we prepare our national and local budget for these challenges? It is clear that we cannot rely solely on adaptation and resilience. We need a paradigm shift. But we need to ask, Mr. Speaker, who is truly the most responsible for escalating this crisis? Science has an answer for that too. giant oil and gas corporations, known collectively as carbon majors.